Hi, my name is Jacob, and this is my YouTube channel called LEGO Teen Superstructure. And today, I'll be starting a new series on this channel, which will be, of course, my thoughts on Ninjago. And I will, of course, be starting with the pilots. Now, telling you my thoughts on the pilots, throughout this video, I'm just going to be kind of telling you some information about the pilots, of course, going through the 2 episodes, because in my territory, this aired as 2 22-minute episodes, while in other territories that you may live in, it did air as 4 11-minute episodes, but as for the purposes of this video, it did air where I live as 2 22-minute episodes. So, starting with my thoughts on them, first off, the beginning of the first episode, which the first episode is called Way of the Ninja, and it kind of opens with Kai and Nia in the blacksmith shop, and then eventually Sensei Wu comes and they introduce him. He's kind of trying to recruit Kai, but Kai doesn't really care. But then the skeletons come and kind of kidnap Nia, which then kind of starts the plot of the show, pretty much. And yeah, I do really like this opening to the episode. So then Kai kind of trains at the monastery for a while because he wants to get strong enough to get his sister Nia back from the Skulkin and Samukai. So he trains, and then eventually he meets the other ninja, of course, which are at this point, since there are only 4 ninja, Cole, Zane, and Jay, and then they all kind of team up. And then, of course, getting to some of the other stuff, Master Wu kind of gives them all their robes after the training. And then, we have all 4 of their elements, which is earth, ice, lightning, and fire. This is very nostalgic for me, just kind of talking about these pilots. And then, after they get their robes, they go on their first mission, which is kind of to get the Scythe of Quakes. And actually, Cole is scared of dragons. Of course, you guys probably knew this, but Cole's scared of dragons, which is kind of funny in this scene. And then eventually, they actually do encounter all of these Skulkin in this scene. And then there's one of our first Ninjago battles where Jay is actually the first one to use Spinjitzu, and that's pretty cool. And then, eventually they get out of there with the Scythe of Quakes, kind of ending the first episode. And, of course, as for the second episode, kind of picks up where the first one left off. They kind of are going to get the rest of the golden weapons. And, that's pretty cool. I do really like the scene where they're getting the nunchucks of lightning, kind of on that, electric pole. If there's, a better term for that, just tell me in the comments. But as for the purposes of this video, that's what I'm going to call it. And then, of course, after they get the other golden weapons, they've gotten all of them except the Sword of Fire, which is, of course, Kai's golden weapon. And, eventually they kind of camp out for a while. Master Wu does do some strange dance. But, then, the Skulking kind of kidnap 3 of the ninja after Kai kind of leaves. And, Kai goes to the fire temple with Nia. And, they find the fire dragon. And they have a little battle with Shadow Garmadon, which is pretty cool. And then Wu shows up. And, he, weirdly enough, kind of falls down like this lava fall that goes to the underworld where, of course, Samukai is. And then the final battle takes place there. And personally, I really like the final battle of the pilots where all 4 of the ninja do the Tornado of Creation. Then Wu and Samukai fight. Then Garmadon gets his monologue. And, just overall, these set up the series pretty well. And overall, personally, I'm going to give the pilots, for me, personally, probably a 9 out of 10. That's really what I think of these pilots. And I just really like the pilots. And I think they hold up very well to this day, controversial to other people's opinions. But yeah, overall, that's what I think about the pilots. Now let's get to the outro. So, thank you guys for watching. Click the link down below to check out more videos. Make sure to subscribe, like, and click the notification bell so you know if my next video comes out. And, of course, some point here, probably next week, I will, of course, be telling you my thoughts on Season 1, of course, being the second episode of this series.